You wake up every morning with a choice. You can choose to step into your day with power, with clarity, with purpose, or you can let the weight of uncertainty drag you down. The question isn't whether you have doubt. We all have doubt. The question is, what will you do with it? Will you let it hold you back? Will you let it define your actions? Or will you take that doubt, that fear, and turn it into your greatest weapon? Doubt isn't the enemy. It never has been. The enemy is the choice we make in how we respond to it. You see, doubt is not a wall that blocks you. It's the stepping stone that raises you higher. It's not a burden. It's an opportunity. The greatest achievers in history were not free of doubt. No. What they did, what set them apart, was their ability to face that doubt head-on, to embrace it, and then to harness it. They took the very thing that could have broken them and used it to fuel their rise to greatness. When you wake up in the morning and doubt creeps in, do you hear it as a whisper of caution, or do you hear it as the challenge of destiny? When your mind asks, "What if I fail?" do you shrink away in fear, or do you answer back, "What if I succeed?" Think of Thomas Edison, who failed over 10,000 times before he found the right filament for the light bulb. 10,000 attempts. Imagine the doubt he must have faced, the voices of others who told him to quit, the constant reminder of failure. Yet Edison understood that doubt was not a signal to stop. It was the signal to keep going, to push further, to dig deeper. Every failure, every setback wasn't a sign to quit. It was the foundation of his success. Edison could have let doubt paralyze him. He could have believed the world when it told him this can't be done, but instead he turned his doubt into fire. He transformed uncertainty into the very engine that drove him forward. And what about Henry Ford? A man who revolutionized the automobile industry, who gave the world the Model T, and who created a legacy that changed the face of transportation forever. Ford didn't come from wealth or privilege. He didn't have connections or an easy path. He had doubt. He faced skepticism from everyone who told him it couldn't be done, but rather than bowing to that doubt, Ford did something incredible. He used it as fuel to build the greatest empire the world had ever seen. You are no different. The same power that drove Edison and Ford lives within you. The same potential to turn doubt into your greatest weapon is already inside you. But how do you harness it? How do you use doubt to propel you rather than hinder you? It starts with belief. Not the kind of belief that's passive, the kind that exists only when things are easy, when success is guaranteed. No. The belief that will transform your doubt is the kind of belief that persists even when everything around you tells you to quit. It's the belief that says, "I will keep going even if I'm not sure where the road leads. I will trust my vision, my purpose, my drive, even if the path is unclear." This is the kind of belief that turns doubt into strength. It's the belief that allows you to look at the world and say, "I'm going to create my own path. I'm going to write my own story." Now let's talk about clarity. Because doubt, when left unchecked, clouds your vision, it obscures your purpose. It makes you question your decisions, second-guess your actions, and doubt your potential. But when you have clarity, when you can see clearly what you want, why you want it, and how you're going to get there, doubt becomes irrelevant. Clarity comes from within. It's not something that's handed to you by the world, it's something you cultivate. It's the product of unwavering focus. You cannot afford to let doubt divert your attention. You cannot allow uncertainty to become the lens through which you view your future. Clarity comes when you commit to your purpose and stop allowing doubt to drown out your inner vision. When you step into clarity, everything shifts. Your decisions become stronger, your actions become more deliberate, and your doubt, it no longer has a hold on you, because clarity forces doubt to step aside. Clarity says, "This is my path, this is my vision, and no matter how many doubts arise, I will continue moving forward." But clarity is only one piece of the puzzle. You need resilience, because the road ahead is never easy. It never has been, and it never will be. There will be moments when you want to quit. There will be moments when you feel like you've reached your limit. There will be moments when doubt seems too loud to ignore. But those moments are the ones that define you. Resilience is not the absence of doubt. It's the ability to keep going in spite of it. It's the refusal to let your circumstances, your failures, or your doubts dictate your future. It's the courage to stand back up every time you fall, to keep moving forward every time you're knocked down. The greats of history didn't achieve greatness because they never doubted themselves. No, they achieved greatness because they refused to let their doubts control them. They understood that doubt wasn't a wall. It was an obstacle to be overcome. It was a challenge to be conquered, and each time they faced it, they grew stronger. Look at Abraham Lincoln. He lost multiple elections. He faced deep personal and political failures. He was laughed at, ridiculed, and written off by nearly everyone, but Lincoln had a belief in something greater than his doubts. He believed in his mission, his purpose, and his country, and no amount of failure could change that belief. Lincoln's resilience was built not on his successes but on his ability to face his doubts, to rise in spite of them, and to keep moving toward his vision. And that vision, that resilience, transformed him from a man defeated by doubt into one of the greatest leaders the world has ever known. The same resilience is in you. It's in every moment you choose to keep going, no matter how loud your doubts become. It's in every action you take, every decision you make, even when the path ahead is uncertain. Resilience is the force that turns doubt into your greatest weapon. As you move forward, remember, doubt doesn't define you. It's simply the fuel for your fire. Use it, embrace it, and turn it into the weapon that propels you toward your greatest achievements. Your doubt is not the end of your journey. It is the beginning, and it is through your doubt that you will discover just how strong, just how powerful, and just how unstoppable you can truly be. Every doubt you face is an opportunity to prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you ever imagined. Every time you conquer doubt, you step closer to the life you were meant to live, and every moment you choose to keep going, despite the doubt, is a victory in itself. So, as you face the challenges ahead, remember this: doubt is not your enemy, it is your ally. It is the catalyst that sparks your growth, the fuel that drives your purpose, and the challenge that forges your resilience. And with each step forward, you'll find that your doubts have no power over you. They are not obstacles, they are your greatest weapon. Now let's talk about action, because doubt, no matter how strong or persistent, can only hold power over you if you let it, and the only way to move past doubt is through decisive action. You can't think your way out of doubt, you can't analyze your way out of doubt, you have to act your way out of it. But here's the thing about action. It doesn't need to be perfect, it doesn't need to be massive. The key is to move forward even when the path seems unclear, even when the doubt creeps in and tells you that you're not ready. Take a step. Any step, and keep moving. Action is the antidote to fear. Every time you take a step forward, you silence the voices of doubt. Every time you make a decision, no matter how small, you assert control over your future, and as you build momentum, you begin to realize something incredible. The more action you take, the less power doubt has. The more you move, the smaller doubt becomes, until it's nothing more than a faint whisper, a fleeting thought that no longer holds sway over your choices. That's the power of decisive action. It doesn't matter if you fail. What matters is that you keep moving, because in every action you learn, you grow, you adapt, you refine, and that growth is exactly what turns doubt into your weapon of strength. You see, it's not the action that matters, it's the courage to take it, to push past the fear, to trust that you will find your way even when the future feels uncertain. Every great achiever in history, from the pioneers who crossed untamed lands to the entrepreneurs who built empires, they all shared one thing in common. They acted. They didn't wait for the perfect moment. They created the moment. They took the steps, even when the outcome was unknown. And that is what made all the difference. When you look at the lives of those who have achieved greatness, you see one undeniable truth. They were not afraid to take action in the face of doubt. They were not afraid to fail because they understood that failure wasn't final, it was feedback. Feedback that would inform their next move, that would teach them what worked and what didn't, that would help them refine their vision and sharpen their resolve. This is the mindset that will help you transform doubt into a weapon. This is the mindset that will carry you through the obstacles and the setbacks. Because when you commit to action, no matter how small, you send a message to doubt: you don't control me, I control my future. But action alone is not enough. You also need discipline. Discipline is the muscle that keeps you on track when doubt tries to derail you. It's the force that keeps you moving forward even when you don't feel like it. It's the ability to keep doing what needs to be done day after day, regardless of how you feel in the moment. Discipline is the difference between those who dream and those who do. It's the key that turns your vision into reality. And when you have discipline, doubt can't shake you, because you've already made the commitment to yourself. You've already decided that no matter what, you will stay the course. Think about someone like Walt Disney. He faced rejection after rejection. He was told his ideas were too big, too impossible, but he didn't listen to those who doubted him. He didn't stop. Instead, he doubled down on his discipline, on his belief, on his vision. He kept creating, kept moving forward, kept pushing his dream into the world. And look at what he built: an empire that continues to inspire generations. Disney didn't get there by chance. He got there because he had the discipline to keep going even when others said it couldn't be done. He used doubt as fuel to stay disciplined, to stay committed to his vision. You have that same power within you. the power to stay disciplined when the world tries to knock you off course, the power to keep going when doubt whispers in your ear, the power to keep showing up no matter the obstacles in your way. Discipline means doing what needs to be done even when the passion fades, even when the excitement wears off, even when the doubt starts to cloud your mind. It means showing up for your vision every single day and trusting that each small effort compounds over time. Discipline is the glue that holds everything together when the going gets tough, when the world tells you to quit. And that leads to one of the most important qualities you'll need to turn doubt into your weapon: adaptability. The world is always changing, and so must you. The path you thought you'd take may not be the one you end up on. The goals you thought were clear may evolve over time, and doubt, it will still show up as it always does. But when you have adaptability, you can roll with the punches. You can pivot when needed. You can adjust your sails when the wind changes direction. You are no longer afraid of the unknown because you understand that change is not something to fear, it's something to embrace. Look at someone like Steve Jobs. Jobs wasn't afraid to innovate, to fail, to take risks. He adapted to the ever-changing tech landscape, and he built something that transformed the world. He didn't cling to the past. He didn't get stuck in the way things were. He moved forward with a clear vision, but he was always ready to adapt. Adaptability doesn't mean giving up on your goals. It means finding new ways to reach them when life throws you a curveball. It means recognizing that the road may not be straight, but you can still find your way if you remain open to change. And adaptability isn't just about adjusting your approach. It's about adjusting your mindset. It's about learning to see opportunities in the midst of challenges. It's about seeing failure as growth, seeing setbacks as lessons, and seeing doubt as an invitation to innovate. Every moment of uncertainty is a chance to expand, to stretch, to grow stronger. The truth is, doubt will always be with you. It's not something that ever completely disappears, but you can use it. You can take that doubt, that fear, that uncertainty, and you can turn it into your greatest weapon. You can use it to fuel your passion, to ignite your purpose, to sharpen your discipline, and to propel you forward with relentless action. The more you face doubt, the stronger you become. The more you confront it, the less power it holds over you, and the more you learn to turn it into your ally, the more unstoppable you will be. So the next time doubt comes knocking at your door, don't run from it, don't shrink in fear, embrace it, use it, transform it into the force that drives you toward your goals. Because when you learn to transform doubt into your greatest weapon, there is nothing that can stand in your way. Now let's talk about gratitude. You may be wondering how gratitude fits into a narrative about doubt and transformation. Well, the answer is simple. Gratitude is the key to unlocking the power within doubt. It's the force that allows you to not just survive but thrive in the face of challenges. Gratitude doesn't just soften the blows of life, it strengthens you. When you're faced with doubt, it's easy to focus on the negatives, the obstacles, and the reasons why things won't work out. But what if instead you chose to focus on what's already working? What if you took a moment to look around and appreciate the lessons, the opportunities, and the resources that are already available to you? Gratitude shifts your perspective. It transforms your thinking from scarcity to abundance. It opens your eyes to the possibilities that exist even when doubt tells you there are none. When you embrace gratitude, you stop seeing doubt as a roadblock and start seeing it as part of the journey. Every challenge, every moment of doubt becomes an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to expand. Look at the lives of some of the greatest achievers in history. They weren't immune to doubt, but they understood the importance of gratitude. They didn't focus on what they lacked. They focused on what they had and used it to propel themselves forward. Take Oprah Winfrey, for example. She came from nothing. She faced obstacles that would have crushed most people. But instead of letting doubt paralyze her, Oprah used gratitude as a powerful tool. She found lessons in every setback, strength in every challenge, and purpose in every moment of doubt. She didn't wait for the world to give her what she wanted. She found the power to create it from within. Gratitude doesn't just change your mindset, it changes your life. When you practice gratitude in the face of doubt, you reframe your challenges. You stop seeing them as insurmountable obstacles and start seeing them as part of your story. You begin to understand that every struggle is shaping you, refining you, and preparing you for the greatness that lies ahead. The great leaders and innovators of our time weren't grateful because they had everything they wanted. They were grateful because they understood that everything they needed was already within them. They understood that doubt wasn't a sign of weakness, it was a sign of growth. And with every moment of doubt, they chose to be grateful for the opportunity to become stronger, wiser, and more resilient. So, how can you use gratitude to transform doubt into your greatest weapon? Start by shifting your focus. Instead of asking why things aren't working, ask what you can learn from the experience. Instead of dwelling on the negatives, look for the positives. No matter how small they seem, every time you do this, you weaken the power of doubt and strengthen the power of your own resolve. Gratitude helps you reclaim your strength. It helps you see beyond the limitations of the present moment and reminds you of the limitless potential you have within. It shifts your thinking from "I can't" to "I will," and most importantly, "I am." You are not defined by your doubts, you are defined by your ability to rise above them. Now let's address something crucial, the importance of learning. Doubt often arises when we feel uncertain or unprepared. It whispers in our ears that we aren't ready, that we lack the skills, the knowledge, or the experience to succeed. But here's the truth. Doubt is not a reflection of your capabilities, it's a reflection of what you still need to learn. Every time doubt arises, it's simply a signpost. It's pointing you to areas where you have the potential to grow. The question is, will you embrace that learning process or will you let doubt hold you back? The most successful people in history were lifelong learners. They didn't stop at what they knew, they pushed the boundaries of their knowledge, they sought new skills, and they embraced every opportunity to grow. They didn't wait for perfection, they learned as they went, and each lesson strengthened them. Take Leonardo da Vinci, for example, a man who mastered not just one discipline but many: painting, engineering, anatomy, architecture, and more. Da Vinci didn't let doubt stop him from pursuing his curiosity. Instead, he used his doubts as stepping stones, diving deeper into his passions and interests. Every challenge he faced was an invitation to learn, to expand his understanding, and to push the limits of what was possible. You must adopt the same mindset. When doubt arises, don't see it as a signal to stop. See it as a call to grow. Learn from your mistakes. Seek out new knowledge and never stop expanding your mind. The more you learn, the more equipped you'll be to turn doubt into your greatest weapon. Knowledge is power, and with the right mindset, doubt becomes the fuel that propels your learning journey. Now let's talk about vision. Your vision is the beacon that guides you through the fog of doubt. Without a clear vision, doubt can cloud your path, making it difficult to see where you're going or why you're even trying. But when you have a clear, compelling vision, doubt no longer has the power to stop you. Your vision becomes the force that propels you forward, no matter how many doubts arise along the way. Vision is the ability to see what others cannot. It's the ability to see beyond your current circumstances, beyond the limitations of the present moment, and to visualize the life you want to create. But here's the key. Your vision must be rooted in belief. It must be more than just a dream. It must be a conviction, a purpose that drives you, that pulls you toward it every single day. Walt Disney had a vision of a place where families could come together, a place of magic and creativity. He didn't let doubt stop him, even when others laughed at him, even when the road seemed impossible. He saw the vision and he chased it relentlessly. Your vision is your North Star. It's the reason you get up every morning, the reason you keep pushing through the doubt, the reason you refuse to quit. Your vision gives you the power to see beyond today's struggles and to focus on the future you are creating. So, as you move forward, hold your vision close, let it guide you, let it inspire you, and let it remind you that every moment of doubt is simply a reminder of how far you've come and how much further you're about to go. Conclusion. You are not your doubts. You are not defined by the fear that whispers in your ear. You are defined by how you respond to that doubt. You are defined by the action you take, the resilience you build, the clarity you embrace, and the belief you cultivate. Doubt is not your enemy, it is your ally. It is the force that will push you to grow, to learn, to adapt, and to move forward. Every time you face doubt, you have a choice. Will you let it control you, or will you transform it into your greatest weapon? The greatest minds in history didn't succeed because they were free of doubt. They succeeded because they learned how to embrace doubt, how to learn from it, how to adapt to it, and how to turn it into the fuel for their rise to greatness. So, today I challenge you to do the same. Embrace your doubt, transform it, use it, let it become the driving force that propels you to your highest potential. Because when you do, nothing will be able to stop you, you will become unstoppable. Your journey is just beginning, and with every step you take, doubt will lose its power over you. Every doubt you face will be the last one that ever holds you back. You are the master of your fate, and your destiny is in your hands. Step forward, knowing that with every ounce of doubt you are becoming stronger, wiser, and more powerful. Let that doubt be the weapon that builds your legacy. As you continue down this path, one of the most powerful things you can do is to constantly remind yourself of this. You are not meant to fit in. The world often tells you to conform, to follow the beaten path, to suppress your unique vision and blend into the crowd. But every truly great achiever was different. Every innovator, every leader, every legend carved their own way. Think of Steve Jobs again, a man whose approach to technology revolutionized the world. Jobs wasn't afraid to challenge the status quo to defy convention. He didn't let doubt tell him that what he envisioned couldn't be done. He didn't let the fear of failure stop him from pushing forward. He didn't just think differently, he acted differently. And it's this very act of challenging the norm, of embracing your own path and your own ideas, that will turn your doubts into the fire that drives you forward. Your uniqueness is your superpower. The way you think, the way you approach problems, the way you see the world, it's all yours to mold and shape into something extraordinary. Doubt will try to make you second-guess that uniqueness. It will try to convince you that you're not enough, that you should settle for less than what you truly deserve. But when you embrace who you truly are, when you stop hiding behind the mask of doubt and uncertainty, you step into a world of endless possibilities. And to do this, you must develop unshakable self-belief. This is the most essential tool you'll need in your arsenal. It's the armor that protects you from the arrows of doubt and fear. Without self-belief, the slightest setback can feel like the end of the world. Without belief in your own power, doubt becomes a wall that you feel powerless to overcome. But self-belief isn't something you wait for. It's something you build. You build it through small victories, through pushing yourself when you feel like stopping, through honoring your word and following through on your commitments. The more you prove to yourself that you are capable, the more your self-belief grows. And as that belief grows, doubt shrinks into the background. Abraham Lincoln, one of the greatest leaders in history, had a life filled with failures and setbacks. He faced rejection after rejection, but each failure built his self-belief. Each struggle, each doubt was a stepping stone toward the person he became. Lincoln didn't give up because of his failures, he used them to fuel his rise. You must do the same. Every doubt, every failure, every moment of uncertainty is an opportunity to strengthen your belief in yourself. Doubt is simply the signal that you're on the edge of growth. You cannot grow without facing your doubts, and once you learn to overcome them, you will see the world in a completely different light. To transform doubt into your greatest weapon, you must also practice patience. Success is not instant. Greatness does not appear overnight. The road to your vision will be long and filled with twists and turns. There will be days when you feel stuck, when you wonder if it's all worth it, when doubt creeps in and asks, "What's the point?" Patience allows you to stay the course even when the finish line feels far away. It teaches you that the process is just as important as the outcome. Patience helps you learn to trust the journey, to trust that every step you take, every action you commit to is building towards something greater. It keeps you grounded when everything else feels chaotic. And most importantly, patience gives you the resilience to keep going when doubt tries to convince you to quit. You have to remind yourself that the struggles you face today are shaping you into the person you need to become. Every moment of discomfort, every challenge, every doubt is preparing you for the success that's on the horizon. Patience means trusting that everything happens in its own time, trusting that your journey is unfolding as it should. And in this journey, it's vital to cultivate adaptability. We've talked about it before, but it's important to emphasize again, the ability to adapt is one of the most powerful tools you can possess. The world is unpredictable. Things don't always go as planned. The circumstances you thought were perfect might change overnight. But adaptability doesn't mean you abandon your vision. It means you adjust your approach without losing sight of your goals. It means staying flexible in your thinking and open to new possibilities. It means recognizing that there are many ways to get where you want to go, and that the path you're on may shift, but the destination remains the same. Look at Nelson Mandela, a man who spent 27 years in prison yet never wavered from his vision for a free and unified South Africa. The world changed around him. He faced immense challenges, but he adapted. He changed his approach when needed and yet never let go of his ultimate mission. And when he walked out of prison, his vision had not only become reality, it had become a beacon for millions around the world. Adaptability isn't just about being flexible in your actions, it's about being flexible in your mind. It's about finding new ways to approach your goals, to keep growing and to keep evolving as you move forward. Your vision remains constant, but your methods must adapt to the ever-changing world around you. When doubt tries to paralyze you, adaptability is the antidote. When you face failure, adaptability is the key to bouncing back. When the road ahead seems unclear, adaptability allows you to find new paths. And this adaptability, this flexibility is what will turn every doubt you face into the strength that propels you forward. But perhaps the most powerful tool in your arsenal when transforming doubt into your greatest weapon is action. Action is the bridge between dreams and reality. It's what separates those who wish for success from those who actually achieve it. Without action, doubt remains just a thought, but with action, doubt becomes nothing more than fuel for your growth. Taking action when you feel uncertain or afraid is where real power lies. It's not the absence of doubt that leads to success, but the willingness to take action despite it. It's the courage to keep moving forward even when the path is foggy, even when you don't have all the answers. So, when doubt comes knocking and it will, don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait for the fear to subside. Take action. The smallest step in the right direction is infinitely more powerful than standing still frozen by doubt. Every step you take, every decision you make reinforces your belief in yourself and your vision. Action is the antidote to doubt. It is the catalyst for change. It is the proof that you are committed, that you are capable, and that you will not stop until you have achieved your goals. You are capable of greatness. Doubt is not a barrier. It's the very thing that reveals your potential. Every moment of uncertainty is an invitation to grow, to learn, to adapt, and to move forward. The more you face your doubts head-on, the more you transform them into the driving force that moves you closer to your purpose. The greatest achievements in history didn't come from those who never doubted, but from those who chose to use doubt as the fuel for their success. You have that same power, you have the strength, the resilience, the adaptability, and the belief to turn every doubt into your greatest weapon. So, take action. Embrace your doubt, transform it, and keep moving forward. The world is waiting for the greatness you are about to create. Don't let doubt stop you. Use it to propel you to heights you never thought possible, because you are destined for something extraordinary. And in the end, when you look back on your journey, you will see that the doubt you once feared was the very thing that made you stronger, that made you wiser, and that pushed you to become the person you were always meant to be. Now take the first step. The world is yours to conquer.